Alright, what's up, Dawn? Open your file. Okay, Dawn, here we go. So, I can't believe you lost, but then again, it's not crazy because Sonic versus Meta Knight, arguably in Sonic's favor, I think. But then again, Meta Knight can just zero to death. Well, not zero to death, but he can get considerable amount of damage on Meta Knight. I like that move right there because you kind of got below him in the jab, if that was a jab. Got right underneath the Charizard. Anyways, I assume that you don't need a lot of help versus Charizard. Although I know you said that you don't want matchup knowledge, and you more so want me to comment on what you can improve on in your playstyle. Okay? Anyways, that was a super sweet combo. Nice fake out. See right here, good stuff. You should have called, should have been able to cover the platform. But ideally you want to cover the ledge before the platform. Alright, always DI backwards whenever, or DI, yeah, DI like the opposite direction you get grabbed, aka backwards, versus Charizard. Because you can't get a setup unless, yeah, and obviously I don't have to tell you to DI away from that, so. Versus Bowser as well, I think they say that in the commentary. Your up smash has a lot of range, and it's good that you use it like that. I think up smash is a super good move to use. Nice DI right there, so you realize that the second time. I think up air right there would have been better, but they ended up working out. Oh, you DI'd in and led to another one. I'm not sure how that move works, but you want to watch out for that. Okay, nice snare. I don't know how that worked. Down tilt. Yeah, I can't believe he got hit by that. I wouldn't have tapped right there. Look, check this out. That's a bad habit you have. So, anyways, you kill him right here, so good stuff. But then he sends you off stage, and then you just immediately rising up air. Right there, back throw. And then see right there, you shouldn't have thrown a move because you're just exposing yourself to getting hit or maybe getting a trade. Which, if you're trading right there, that's not good. You kind of just want to use your body or your Meta Knight to grab the ledge, or your body, your Meta Knight's hurt box to grab the ledge. I forgot what it's called, but don't throw a hitbox out there because it just extends your body. Nice up air from thing. You messed up the tech. Down tilt. Nice forward smash. Punish that that recovery, and that was really bad on Steven's part. I think. I mean, you got comboed and died from a double fair, which is like super unorthodox. But obviously, if you're not at death percent, then you always want to DI away. That's something it's hard to learn, but it's hard to train yourself to do it, but that's what you want to practice. Anyway, Shannon goes Sonic now, and he takes you to... Where does he take you? To the Pokemon Stadium, or... Where did he take you? So right now you should be thinking about the Sonic matchup because it's obvious he's not going to go Charizard because that was pretty convincing. Especially he took the two stocks like extremely fast. The first two. So yeah, right before you play a new matchup, see the moment he clicks Sonic, you need to give yourself time to ask him for some time if you're not ready for the matchup, to just remember like the little things about Sonic that make it hard for your character, the little things that he does. If you can remember some personal habits, you know, try to remember those. But I think about the way that Sonic moves around, the lag on certain moves, his recovery, and neutral, and then his combo game. You work on those, you know, edge guarding him, recovering versus Sonic, the combo game, and the neutral. And you remember those 4 things, and you focus on those 4 things before the match starts. You'll be ready when the match starts to implement what you've learned or what you've theory crafted. Okay, but let's see. And you just immediately charge a forward smash. Alright, so throughout this whole match, you actually charge forward smash a lot. And it's deceiving because there are times when you get it, and there are other times when you get punished. And when you get it, it's actually a really big reward because you've been charging it so long. And he actually runs into it. And I don't know if this is just your play style, if you're just a die-hard charge forward smash fan, but it's obvious that from top level play and from this match that charging forward smash isn't ideal at all. Okay, charging forward smash, don't get me wrong, it's not bad because every technique and every move has a situation that is optimal for its use. But in the neutral, that is the last place you want to charge a forward smash. And if you played me, you know why. It doesn't work, okay? All I do is just I spin dash, jump, and then I just down air you, or I spin dash and then forward air you. But mainly just down air because it just comes from above and you're not gonna hit it. Okay, period. He can also just jump behind you and then maybe punish you if you decide to still hold it, or you know, whatever. The point is that you can jump and then punish Meta Knight for doing a charge forward smash, and you just get it. And when you do that, you're literally just banking on the other person messing up, which is okay to do, is banking on the other person messing up, as long as you're keeping yourself at a safe position. That's because you're putting yourself in a position to mess up by doing a forward smash in an attempt to get him to mess up. It's just it's a little sloppy, and it looks it's confident, but it's excuse me, it's a confidence backed by, I guess, misleading results. You know, I'm sure you're playing your cousin or playing whoever forever has led you to believe that because it's such a big range and because it's so fast and you have such low you know, it's a great move, don't get me wrong, but just in the neutral game you don't want to do it, and you're going to notice throughout the set that you do get hit a lot for doing that. And the thing is that when you stop doing these bad habits and you start to correct them, you're opening up more chances for you to progress and to develop those better habits, and you make it more stressful for your opponent because, you know, sometimes when you have a bad habit and your opponent is exploiting it, the moment that you get back into that habit, the moment you do something like that, it's a sigh of relief on the opponent's part to punish because they know how to punish that. And if you eliminate all your bad habits, the opponent is constantly worrying about how to honestly take you down. You know, you got to keep players honest, and that's why having bad habits is so bad, because it just keeps the player so dishonest. It's a dishonest way of winning. And you know, sometimes it's like, oh, you know, yeah, he just played kind of bad, or oh yeah, I mean, I can tell he's good, but he has a couple little things that he does that it's really easy to exploit. That's what happens, is that players like that, you know, they'll focus on how to get better and better and better, but they don't focus on how to not be bad. Okay, and that's obviously what we're going to be doing in this segment, in this video. So first things first, don't stop charging forward smash so early. You're gonna get punished for it, just like here. And you know what, positioning, something we're gonna talk about later, but look, you're already off the stage versus Sonic's forward air. Not good, buddy. So anyways, ooh, he definitely pushed you down. Okay, still, you always attack with Meta Knight as you're retreating. Ideally, you shouldn't have tried to move upwards, but try to move more horizontally. I think even from that point of view, where you were, right here. Well, let's move back a little bit. So you could have just side beat immediately and just got the ledge. Obviously, you don't want to because you're gonna lose your jumps. But I would have first jumped away and then jumped forward, because he's forced to just throw his attack out and get back to the ledge, and then and you're safe. In this position where you immediately jumped and fared, you could have traded with that fair and you could have got spiked. You would have been unbeknownst, or you would have been unknowing to it, unready, and you might have died. But it connected this time and it worked. Now, I'm not saying don't do that ever, but be aware that you have a habit of always throwing an attack out when you're recovering from the stage, or recovering from below. And so you're exposing yourself to getting punished. Okay, right there, you shouldn't have gone on stage again. You should have just got that first hit and then grabbed the ledge. Or just put your shield up. See, and that's why, ooh, look at that. He got that on you, which is okay. Okay, you need to punish that for sure. Okay, let me see, right here. So let's see why this combo didn't work. Okay. Now, I'm actually pretty respectful of your combo game, because I see the position. I don't know, and let me know if you feel this way, but because when I see you combo, I notice the positioning of where your up air connects to the opponent, and sometimes I'm super impressed, because it's like you're using the last part of your up air to connect the opponent so that you can get the fastest follow up, right? But in this situation, see, in this situation, you hit him with the back part of your up air, and you're to the left of him, right? So the back part of your up air to the left of, and you're to the left of him. If he smashed the ice to the right, that combo is done. Which I'm pretty sure that I don't know if he smashed that, but he definitely did to the right, and that's what he did. And because of that, you weren't able to get a follow up. You see that? And so, what you want to do is you want to, and you know, it's fine to be behind someone and hit him with the back part of your up air, but if you do that, make sure that your momentum is in the direction that they're DIing, or in the direction, you know, that they're gonna go. In that case, it was the opposite direction. And I know this is something that's hard to control, and so ideally what you want to do is you want to have the opponent, I would say, in the middle part of your up air, so that you can follow up on the most DI. But as you progress in the combo game, and as you realize the different parts of your up air that you're connecting, you'll be able to follow up on different DIs and follow up 0 to deaths, connecting different strings of guaranteed combos, and get that kill. But in this case, you underestimated his DI. After that happened right there, I feel as a veteran Meta Knight player, if you don't already know this now, in due time you will, but you should have known that that combo wasn't going to be a guaranteed up air right there. Not only is Sonic pretty small, but he's light, and so he's going to fly a little bit farther. Okay? Anyways, you go for the up air, and at this point in watching, it's kind of, I feel like you're just kind of like spamming moves, and I understand, like, oh, Meta Knight, you know, his moves are so fast and he can throw out another move so fast, but at the end of the day, you don't want to throw a move out. And you know, it reminds me a lot of your Fox in PM too, because you're throwing moves out a lot because he's so fast, they come out so fast and they're so good and they kind of connect all into each other that you just throw them out, and you end up losing to players that know what they're doing and are timing their aerials and doing that. And so what you want to do now to progress even further and even further in the future is just focus more on your moves and not on the combo. You know, focus on what part of the move you're connecting with, and how their DI is going to affect the result percentage or the result kill. So obviously right there, maybe dash attack would have been better. I think obviously that was a technical mistake. Okay, right there. Once he up B's, you were still on the ledge, and you actually were in a horrible position to edge guard, and you were even vulnerable. So like you back it right there, and that was super sweet. And then he up B's pretty early, and I understand that now. You already grabbed the ledge, but you got to realize that once he up B's, that's your cue to get off the ledge, because he down airs, he's gonna die. Okay, so if he down airs right there, he's dead, and you actually won't get spiked because the down air only works in the first part of it, the first animation frame or so. So all you do is just get up from the ledge and then charge. Then you charge that forward smash. Now is the time to charge that forward smash because Sonic can't air dodge, can't do whatever. What you do a lot is you opt to grab the ledge a lot, and it tunnel visions your choices into suboptimal decisions. Okay, so you grab the ledge, and now the best thing you can do is actually get the back air, which could probably finish the stock. But because he threw the back air first, it horizontally pushed him a little bit further to the right, and so your nair didn't result in an offstage hit. It resulted on an onstage hit. Now, when it comes to edge guarding, I mean, ideally you want to throw the move out earlier than right is expected, because you risk them getting on stage, which is what happened here. Now, in this situation, obviously the nair is like fine if you're DIing a little bit towards the stage. You waited too long, and he got on top, and then he landed on top. But listen, if you were on the stage if you had just done a regular get up after he up B'd immediately, then you could have just done a back air again, and then that would have finished him off. Or you could have been charging a forward smash right there, and he can't air dodge. Sonic can't air dodge after the up B, you know, and or you could trade. You know, he might try to throw another attack, but and you could trade with a forward smash. But the point is that you don't want to position yourself on the ledge when it's unnecessary, and you limit a lot of your options, you know, because you have everything on stage and you have only aerials from the ledge. Okay, like right there, for example, you charge the forward smash and then it connected, misleading. Okay, so right here, obviously if he's catching a lot of momentum, if he's catching a lot of momentum real quick and you have a chance to charge it, it's not a bad idea, okay? But in the complete neutral, where you haven't hit him and he hasn't hit you in the past second or so, maybe even 2 seconds, then charging the forward smash is obviously super suboptimal. In that case, you knew that he had just gotten a hit, and from his previous matches, you might remember that he likes to just, once he gets an attack, he likes to keep that pressure on going in and out of your comfort range. So the forward smash was okay, but still, you can just shield it. Alright, obviously you want to DI that away. Remember, if it's not going to kill you, if you're under like 80, if you're under 100 sometimes, I mean really, then you need to just DI away. Because at the end of the day, a couple percent might get you back on stage, but it might lead to something else, buddy. And actually that led to a death, didn't it? Up air. Okay, that was unfortunate, and that was really good on his part. But because of it, you need to realize that you have a habit of side B'ing, or whatever that move is, the little side winding tunnel thing. So the problem with that move is that its trajectory is very linear, and so, at least for the most part, I know it goes like upwards a little bit and maybe downwards, I'm not sure, but it's very linear. And so when you get in a position right here, like Foxes and Falcons like to do, right when they get right here, they side B, it's very easy to know that this possibility this option is a possibility right here, and most likely it is going to happen. So to punish that move, Shannick is familiar to, or is aware of doing the forward air right there. Just like if there's a Fox or Falco in this area, is if they're falling or if they're rising, then you know to throw an aerial out right here, because that's the time that they're going to side B, just like when you do yours, he was able to punish. And so obviously all you do is just change it up, you know, do an up B, or do a tornado, you know, and you know, versus some characters it's gonna work, and versus other characters it's gonna be harder to edge guard. But the point is that I don't think you're gonna be able to do that to a tornado, and I don't think you're gonna be able to do that to an OB, just because of the trajectory. You're just gonna edge guard it differently, you know. Side B, and so with that being said, I think side B would be something to use, you know, at a higher percent, where if you get hit, you're actually going to die. So, but nonetheless, it's still a great recovery move, and you're pretty successful with it. But realize that it is linear, and that if the opponent is not stressed and is a very clear momentum, he's in a momentum range right now, like he was right there after that sweet combo and then he knocked you off stage, that he's ready for your decision to recover immediately to the stage. So his forward air is a possibility, you know. And I think that is a meteor smash. If it's a meteor smash, then obviously you got an option to select the up B. But if it's not, then there you go. There's your choice, buddy. You got to change it up. Okay, let's see right here why you got hit. Okay, see, you try to force the combo. I know sometimes the window is really tight, and so you kind of just, but if you get that hit, it's super good. But you see again how it happened is you use the right side of your up smash to connect right here, and so he DI'd to the right. And that's why up smash versus lighter characters like Sonic, it's good to get him from above you, but it doesn't lead into a lot, because if they smash DI, he actually didn't even smash DI, I don't think, but he was able to jump out of it. Actually, he was able to up B out of it, and if he up B's out of it, you actually get hit because your moves are transcendent, and then he up B's, obviously. Okay, but the moment that you got hit, so you try to force it. So, and up air is actually the best option to do it, because if he jumps, he gets hit, and so he doesn't have a jump anymore. But because we're on this topic of not getting follow-up hits from your up smash, I want to mention that a lot of times players, when they play at a certain speed, and they don't ever realize that increasing their speed could be the reason why, could be the game changer for them. You know, Foxes, Falcos, anybody, for example. If you notice, like, before Hax's Fox came out, a lot of the Foxes played at a certain speed level, according or based off of maybe Mango speed or maybe even Armada speed. But the moment that Hax came out, you know, and this is the metagame changing, but the thing is that they realized that the speed of Fox can be played at a much higher level. And so, Dawn, if you don't limit yourself to be playing faster, or, you know, following up on your combos a little bit more explosively, because explosiveness is a huge factor in being good at this game, then you might not be the trendsetter, you might not be the meta knight, you know, and you might not win the sets that you think you should win. I'm wondering why you dropped so many combos and why a certain combo didn't connect when you know it's almost guaranteed, you know, without godlike DI. So think about that. Okay, anyway, so the thing hit you. After it hit you right there, you were pretty vulnerable. You should have just put your shields up, because there's nothing that Sonic could have done to punish you right there if you just put your shield. Right there, I would just put my shield up. Okay, check this out. You do something right here that you have a habit of doing. So right here, the moment you do this a lot, the moment, and I know why you do this. You do this because Meta Knight is so quick out of the down tilt, and his dash is so fast that that you can kind of afford to do this, right? But realize that it's a bad habit to every time that you get a hit, you follow up dash in down tilt, and you try to punish either a whiff tech or a tech. Now, if you try to punish a tech and you missed it, then he did that. That was like super perfect on his part. But the point is that Shanic in that position, he got up on his own accord. Your attack didn't force him to get up, or jab. It was in a jab reset. I don't know if you have a jab reset, but he got up on his own accord. So he just missed the tech and he just wanted to get up. If you wait for him at that position, I mean, look at him. He has no stage to run away from. Or to DI, so his options are super limited. If you just wait, or maybe even charge the forward smash, then you could have let it go optimally and to cover the whole platform, the whole area where he can roll. Or maybe even a down smash to cover the left side. But I think if you position yourself correctly, the forward smash would have connected regardless. If not, then you can just wait, space your down tilt, and then grab. And so right there, that roll could have been prevented by a grab, or it could have just, or the regular get up could have been just grabbed because of the weight, But realize that you do throw out moves a lot of times when you don't need to. Okay, you overextended on the nair, and so you lost positioning because he rolled in. Okay, if let's say this, check this out. So if you had, okay, so right here you dash away and then you come back and then you nair, right? But you nair right where his body is, not in the middle of it, right? So you want to use the hurt box of your, the hitbox of your nair to punish him, right? Because it does the same thing, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it might do a little bit more if you're like right on top of him, but if you nair right here, and the edge of your nair connects with his the forward part of his body, right? The nair's gonna hit. The thing is though, check this out. Instead you extend it and you land on top of him, so that when he rolled, you were too far away from the roll inwards to punish or do anything, and he actually gained positioning on you. However, if you had thrown that nair right in front of him, right here, and the nair connected, the nair could have connected, right? But if you but if it had missed and he rolled just like he did, like he would have, you actually would have been in a position to do a jab, right? And I know your jab comes from behind, and the jab would have actually hit the hit the roll. And so you're covering the option of him rolling, or you're covering the option of him possibly rolling and you reacting with the jab, and you're also getting the hit confirmed right here. And it all because you're just spacing correctly. And this has to do with spacing. So. And look, see what should happen again? See, he actually did the forward air right as you came up, and you did the fair. And see, you always throw a move out every time. You got to be wary of your move because it throws your hurt box out. And then you threw another one out again. Now I know that the move has great, hitbox, and it has very low lag, but you can always grab it. With Sonic, you can always grab it. In that case, he missed it. You did a down dodge, but you don't want to resort to, oh, I'm gonna throw this move out and then I'll down dodge, because then you just get in a position where you don't want to get grabbed. And if you're not thinking about not wanting to get grabbed, then it relieves room for him to upset, because now you're just reacting to him, and you don't want to be reacting to him unless he's on the defensive, right? Okay, nice down smash. He goes there. See, at this point, it's like he could grab ledge. I want to point out something versus Sonic and any character that comes from below in terms of recovery. You got to take into account the distance of the stage from the ledge, right? So like stages like WarioWare, stages like let's see, WarioWare. There's Bowser's Castle. Those stages have a lower, or Smashville maybe. Smashville and Bowser's Castle, they have a lower, I'm going to say basement, right? Opposite of ceiling. They have a lower basement, a floor. And so because of that, if the opponent whose recovery is vertical and it comes from below for the ledge gets too low, they risk dying. And so it's a little bit more stressful under pressure to get that perfect edge, to get that perfect up B and get sweet spot it, right? So with that in mind, you want to be able to position yourself to punish them for that, because they're on this stage, because their up B is so big. You know that Sonic's gonna either up B early and throw a move out, or he's gonna up B and try to sweet spot it like perfectly, and in which case then you choose. But the thing is that you haven't conditioned him yet to do that. So right now he's probably, he's gonna up B early. Obviously I've seen it, so I know he's gonna up B early. But at this point, I would just nair off of right here and then get ready for the follow-up. If you actually put your shield up right here and he throws a move out, and you can nair out of it and get a follow-up, or you can do a back air if you're facing backwards. You can do a back air out of it and then just finish him off right here really easily. Nice nair. Nice, you get a follow-up. And you see, look, it happened again where you hit to the right side. It might be just to the right side, but if you hit, it's happened now 3 or 4 times now where you hit the opponent, they're on the right side, your momentum's to the left, and you hit them on the right part of your either up air or up smash, and then you actually don't get the follow-up. Okay, DI'd it, DI, back air, he should have naired. Okay, boom, boom. He upbeat out of that. Nice, it happened again, see? Nice, snare out of shield's really good in this matchup. So good on you to do that. Remember, if he's coming at you, then you need to preemptively throw the move out, okay? So if he does the homing attack, or if he's coming at you at all, then your down tilt's super good for preventing the move. Now, if he does a side B, then the down tilt obviously is like the best thing to do, but if he does a homing attack, then you want to just shield it. So ideally, but the shield also does really well versus the side B, the Sonic side B, right? So if you just shield it when they're recovering, or you throw an attack out preemptively that has good range, then you don't have to worry about him recovering when he has a jump. Obviously, at that point he still had a jump, so you know that he's gonna be probably throwing a move out. Okay, so right here, you hit him right, jump, he jumps. Definitely a good idea crouch canceling those. But see, look, that's what I was talking about. Okay, see how you down dodged and you got punished again? It gave him room to make you react. Nice, just grabbing the ledge. I thought you were gonna back air. Either would have worked. So if he down airs you, so check this out. If he spin attacks right and then jumps and does the down air has enough lag to where you can grab it, okay? So remember that you don't have to nair out of it. You can get the grab out pretty much every time. And then not only that, but because you're at such low percentage, he could be crouching after his down air, and your nair might not do anything. He'll just crouch cancel down tilt, crouch cancel down smash, forward smash, whatever. So at early percent, you want to not nair too much and go for guaranteed combos that lead to your safety, like grab into an up throw or an up air, something like that. A back throw, and that's why a lot of players, top players, they try not to throw too many aerials in the beginning, because they can always be crouch canceled into a strong punish versus them. Unfortunate SD. I think you would have won if you didn't have the SD. And if you switched it up from being really aggressive to being really defensive. Now, I know that a lot of times you are really defensive, and hear me out. So a lot of times what you choose to do is you choose to be very dash dance and very kind of waiting for the opponent, right? But the thing is that when you're doing that, you're not covering yourself. So what you need to do is you need to throw moves out that cover where you are, so that you can force the opponent to come in and then punish where you're not yet. Okay, and by that, then that just all that means is just bait. Okay, you're not baiting. Like when you're dash dancing, that's like a very primary, very not primitive. I want to say primitive, but very primary level of baiting is where you're just dash dancing in one location and they think you're there, so they come in and throw an attack right there. But if you dash dance and you're constantly changing your dash dance length and you're constantly changing your movement, if you're on the platform, if you throw a move out, you know, and the closer you get, the more each one of those options becomes powerful. Remember, the closer you are to the opponent, the more power the influence it has on the character. So if you're super far away throwing forward smashes, it's not a big deal, because if you're throwing forward smashes that super far away, I mean, I don't even care. They're not gonna hit me. What do I care? You know? I mean, yeah, I could maybe try to run in and grab. Since I'm Sonic, I'm really fast. But I mean, okay, so what? You're not threatening me, and I have the whole stage. Considering you know, if you're on the edge of the stage. But if you're charging those forward smashes at, you know, 3/4 of the stage, and I'm at the fourth of the stage, you know, I'm gonna want to punish because, or I'm gonna want to do something because you're so close, and you have so much stage. Yes, lost my train of thought. Forgot, but let's keep going. Best stage against this character. I'm sure you would know. Anything that probably kills from above would probably be a good idea. Since you're so heavy and he's so light. Well, actually, you're not that heavy, but he is really light. And you can't kill from above very easily, so... maybe Battlefield? Or Pokemon. Pokemon's okay. It just gives him a lot of room to run around. That's why it's not the greatest stage for Sonic. And Sonic loves this stage. And every Sonic's gonna love this stage, to be honest. You know, something like Green Hill, I think would have been a good pick. Something like FOD would have been a great pick if he didn't ban that. Let me check it real quick if he banned it. Yeah, he banned it. And so, look, those are the smaller stages. Battlefield. I know Battlefield's big, but it allows you to get a higher up for the up airs. And so right there, that's what I'm talking about. You see how you put that down tilt and then you ran away? And you ran away immediately trying to bait out the grab, right? That's good. That's what I'm talking about. Throwing that move out and then kind of dashing away. But you did it. I mean, yeah, you did it twice, which is fine. You know, whatever. But you got to be wary of how close your opponent is. You know, can he side B and hit me? You know. Sometimes when you throw a move out, you want to just immediately put your shield up. And that's what I'm talking about. You just grab it real quick. Nice down smash, and then nice up smash. Nice snare when you're coming down. So in that case, I was actually, I like that forward smash because you kind of baited it out and then you try to punish afterwards. So if you bait out something, if you punish, if you're charging a forward smash and you know that they're going to try to come in at the very end of it, or if they have a certain amount of time before they do their next move and you let it early, they're going to want to come in and punish, you know. And so using the forward smash as a bait is okay. And that's what I was just talking about right now, is like throwing moves out to bait your opponent to come in. And so you can do that because you know it has very little lag. And so I know that's what you've always done. But in that situation, it's fine because you already have the edge. You already have them on the edge, you know. But in the neutral, in the complete neutral, you want to kind of stop doing that. But it's okay to bait something out using a charged attack. You know, that's perfectly fine. A cable move. Okay, so obviously recovering from below that up B is like the best thing. It's like super hard to punish, and you actually don't get punished until the very last stock of this match. So realize that. Anyways, you take the first stock, you must be pretty happy. So nice, put your shield up. So you always nair from the ledge. When you're on a platform and you're falling down, you always nair. Okay, always. You need to, when you practice your movement, you need to practice doing different moves so that the ability to muscle memory wise throw them out there when you're in a situation that needs different moves besides nair becomes an option. Okay, so like right there, you just naired for no reason. You could have back aired, and you probably could have got a punish, or you could have up aired and then been more action available. Okay. So if you notice, Shannick actually hasn't come up and just straight grabbed you at all. So, with that being said, you can just hold your shield in the neutral after throwing a move out. Dashing away after a move is good for grabs, for when people try to come in and grab you. But if you do a down tilt and then you dash away and immediately put your shield up, then that's because you're waiting for the attack. Okay, in the neutral, it's, you know, you're dashing away to watch out for the grab. But you throw your shield up for the attack, right? And Shannick never comes in with the grab, okay? And that's something you have to realize when you're playing someone is like, do they come in with grab or do they come in with an attack? And Shannick, for the most part, always comes in with an attack. And it either comes in with the spin attack or the spin or the side B, which is like the rolling thing that can be jump canceled. What happened? Let's see what happened right here. And look, see, he did it again to you. He did it again to you from the last game. Nice, crouch cancel down tilt. You didn't get anything out of it though. Okay, so when you see? Okay, check this out. If you notice this combo, when you pull this combo off, a lot of it has to do with what positioning of the up air you hit him with. So you're down a stock right now, unfortunately. Let's actually rewind it because I want to make sure that I cover a lot of this stuff. So nice, you put your shield up, that's when you jump on the platform, you nair. So after that nair, I don't even know if you fast fell it, right? So realize that you almost, I don't think you fast fell that nair. Okay, remember put your shield up after dash attack, or sorry, after whiffed aerial. Okay, so he came in right there with an attack, or with a grab, right? So I missed that earlier. Okay, so that grab came from you whiffing an aerial and you being in a position in a position where you're kind of not scared, but you're throwing a move out to his dash dancing. When you're in the air and you're coming down, he came in a dash dance, right? And I don't want to make things so binary where it's like, oh, he does this and that's it, or he does either two things, this and that. But look, check this out. So up air. Okay, up air right, and then you come down. So he's dash dancing so close to you that he's either gonna do a side B, right, which is the thing, or he's gonna grab you. Obviously that's why you put your shield up, because you don't want him to do the side B thing, right? If you would have tried to land on the platform, that would have been ideal because you could shield drop up air, okay? If that was a possibility, that I don't know, but we're gonna find out right now. He does the up smash, up air. See, you could have just landed on the platform. That would have been optimal when you're recovering. Because listen, as you're recovering, the closer to where you are is the best place to recover because you're slowly inching your way back to the ground. The ground is like home base, right? Just like when you're on the ledge, the ground is like the middle part of the stage is like home base. You were like, okay, I'm gonna take the stage, right? And for doing that, you risk the possibility of you made the possibility of getting grabbed an option, right? And as well as a side B. But if you land on the platform and you put your shield up, the possibility of getting grabbed reduces much smaller. He has to tomahawk it, right? And not only that, but you can punish from it, right? So if you're coming from the air, ideally you do want to get on the ground. But if the ground isn't safe, and based on his dash dancing, it kind of wasn't, then you want to go for the platform, okay? Now, let's say, you got on the platform and you kind of were like, okay, I'm going to go for the platform. And right before you got on the platform, he hits you because you were like too close, and so he kind of punishes that, right? If he hits you, you're actually not going to die, okay? You're going to get hit with the forward air, or you're going to get hit with maybe a nair, and you're going to live. And that's the great thing, is that you're picking a bigger poison, because at this point, if he grabs you right there, you actually died right there. But if at this point he hits you, there's there's like 15% less on you, and not only that, but you're closer to the middle of the stage, so you have more time to DI, so you can live. But the thing is that if he throws an aerial out and you get your shield up, you can counter attack it, dude. You can punish it or you can get a lot of positioning from it. Okay, he do the spring on you. So and then you try to crouch cancel the. Now you have a problem with crouch canceling. You try to crouch cancel a lot. You got 17 on you. You gotta I would say, you need to time your move. You need to be confident in timing your move. And if not, you need to throw your shield up. That was a super unfortunate death right there. He just caught you super off guard. So that position that you were in, Sonic, you side B'd and tried to get on stage, right? And Sonic was coming down right here, right? Now in that positioning, you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position because Sonic's power comes from down and below, right? Or sorry, down below. A little bit in front of him and then below him, right? And that's from his fair and his down air. And you don't really have to worry about the back air too often because it takes so long to come out that you must be in a really bad position for you to get back air, right? Or you must be spacing really badly. Or him spacing really well. But in that case, you're kind of challenging his side, his down air or his fair. And if he had a down air, you actually would have just got popped up and he would have hit you again. You might have lived, but you wouldn't have died. But instead, you challenged it. He faired, and then he just killed you immediately. And that's the second time it happened. Before, it was a different situation where he was on the ground and then he did it, so it was kind of hard to tell. But his timing was so impeccable on the last one that being able to get it this time, you shouldn't think too much of it. You shouldn't risk your stock when you're ahead like that for that punish. If you get in the air, Sonic can't punish that hard. So tornadoing, having done a tornado right there would have been so much better, because you would have maybe got hit again, but you definitely wouldn't have died. Okay. Characters like Sonic, Fox, well, maybe Fox actually, but these characters don't have like a lot of kill moves, and if you're at a lower percent like you were, there's no way you're gonna die. And so I understand, like, oh, you want to change but that's playing it risky. You're playing it risky right there, and I think that's what you do a lot more than you should. You play much more risky than you should. Nice down tilt, missed the up air. Nice down tilt, gets the side B. Okay, up air. You see, and look at this, and that's why I paused it before. That whole combo, all your up airs connected in the middle part, and you were able to get him. Now check this out, because it connects in the middle part, it's harder for them to DI because of the angle. It sends them almost straight up, and so they have to smash DI to the left or to the right to change the DI for the next hit, right? So it guarantees 2 hits if you get it in the middle. But if you get all the middle ones, it takes them all the way to the top right there, and ideally that's what you want to do. So going back to the same I said earlier, you want to look middle, 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 middle. Okay, but that's why you got such a sweet punish right there. Okay, and I would say after the last one, don't, you know, sometimes you force it a lot where you try to get the last final hit and you sometimes miss it. You know, maybe like 40%, maybe 50%, I'm not sure. But if you had just fallen down and just been ready for the up B down air, you could have maybe followed up on that with a grab, because you know how much lag that down air has. But you know, you always go for that combo, and so you leave yourself open to get hit, and you leave the opponent time to recover. Okay, nice tech. Did that was really quick. And you see, like, that's what I'm talking about. You charged it again, and he just jumped over it and back aired you. Okay. Nice forward smash. That's what I was talking about earlier. You just forward smash it, wait for it. Okay. Okay, you kind of lost positioning and your train of thought right here. Okay, so he's gonna die. I went a little too far back. Forward smash. And then right here, I would just get on the platform and just shield. Right, but moving around is fine too. The thing is, if you're moving around and he's chasing after you, remember, he's Sonic, so you just gotta put your shield up the moment he starts to get close. Okay, you try to hard read that, you try to hard read that roll to the left and it didn't work. And you need to just react. Because you're Meta Knight, you need to just react to what they do instead. Okay, because at the end of the day, if you throw a move out after you react to it, they have to put their shield up in order to not get hit by it. Okay, unless they have a super like fast framed move. But okay, you dashed in. You should have put your shield up the moment you saw him coming if you weren't ready. Nice up air punish. Okay, see, you did it again. Okay, look, let's see it again. Okay, you weren't able to see how the first up smash you weren't able to punish because they were on the right side, DIing to the right. And on the right side of your up smash and then you get to the right, you don't ever get that follow up. Okay. I would have wave dashed out of that down smash and then done a grab. Would that work too? Okay, now see right there, I would just follow up. Just go to the bottom, get back to the bottom, and reset. Get ready for the next hit. See, no reason to grab that ledge. At this high percentage, it's so vulnerable to grab the ledge, and if you do grab the ledge, you need to just immediately nair with your invincibility, because that's the move that's gonna work, is the invincible nair from the ledge. Okay, at that point you're not invincible right when you grab it, so you just nair, immediately put your shield up, or get ready for the forward smash. Okay, you kind of, I don't know, you kind of like were sluggish in terms of thinking, or weren't as focused and ready as you should have been right there. But that's the vibe that I'm getting. So he kills your stock. Nice nair, good reaction time. You kind of try to step it up a little bit. Nice down smash. That covered in front and behind. Nair. You were a little late on it. He actually could have just up aired you right there too. Okay, so when he does that, every time Sonic hits your shield, every time Sonic goes, either does a homing attack or does the spin dash, where, look at my cursor, where he goes and then he jumps and then he does a down air. After the move connects with you, you do a full hop. I don't know if that was your full hop, and if it is your full hop, then that means that you can't punish correctly. But you don't do a nair, you do an up air. An up air, because that's the closest thing you can get to getting a higher hitbox out there. Because he goes about, you know, Sheik full hop height. You know, Sheik full hop height's like a little bit higher than short hop, but it's not like too crazy. And I think it's probably bigger than your short hop or your full hop. So realize that after he puts pressure using either a homing attack or a spin dash, where he comes down afterwards, you got to do the biggest jump that you can and then do an up air, or if you can, try to get that double. But That's why you got that 28%, and he got a lot of momentum right now because of it. And you see, he's actually just DIing away after he hits you. He's just DIing away. So the best thing to do is, like, if he comes from the right side and he does a homing attack or he does a spin dash, then you know, and he comes in from the right side or, you know, left side for either moves. The direction that he hits you with, so if he comes from the right side, he's gonna DI to the right. Again, right? So you just wave dash away. Just wave dash away for the homing attack. For the spin dash, you just wave dash in. Wave dash in the direction that he came in. And when you do that, he's actually gonna do the spin dash, or he's gonna do the spin dash, or he's gonna do the spin dash, and then the downer's gonna come out, in which case you punish. Or if he does the homing attack again, then you actually just go up and punish with the up smash. Okay? And that's how you do that. All he has to do is just do it once, and he has a habit of doing it again. Nice. See, right there. So after your up air, you were on the right side of him with the left side of your move, just like when he's on the right side with the right side of your move. This time he was on the left side with the left side of your up air, and you did a side B or whatever, that interdimensional cape. Now I suggest that's the move that you do whenever you get that that right side, they're on the right side, DIing to the right, because that's the fastest move you have to connect to the right or the left side horizontally and get a follow-up. And now I know it ends the combo for you, but it's better. It ends the combo for you, but you actually get that nice damage, and you still have positioning on stage. You don't leave yourself vulnerable to get the spring on top of you, etc., etc. Nair, really good versus that, I guess. Okay, you charged it again. See, you got punished for it. You're playing really defensively right now. Approaching lot. See, you're just trying to read him. You should be trying to counter attack him, like that. See, you see how after that he just threw a move out. If you wave dashed in, you could have positioned yourself better. And that was actually a good move choice from him. He hadn't done that quite a bit. But let's see what happened that last stock. Let's break down why that he won that last stock. Because yeah, he was up in percent, but look at that. You had a solid, you had him on the edge right there. Now I would have done an up air right there, but you instead did the back air. It connected, which was great. Okay, see, so you nared after, so you, let's see. So you grab ledge right here, and then you nair. I think your nair was a little early in my opinion, but you're using the invincibility frame, so that's good, because you know that, hey, the up air can come from below and it's gonna hit me, that's actually what happens. So at this point, you put your shields up, you nair, and he got really lucky and he doesn't get punished for it. But if you had not grabbed ledge instead, you could have just been in a so much better position to punish, you know, because if you time your punish accordingly, he's gonna get hit, and it's gonna be really hard for him to punish you, even if you miss it. Let's see, was that the left side of your up air again, or is that the one I was talking about earlier? Yeah, left side. Punished it, good stuff. Okay, so now, see, look, now he's dashing, now he's spin dashing. Okay, so what you want to do right here, okay, in this position where he just spin dashed. I mean, you have like a lot of different options, obviously. If he's spin dashing, if you approach it with the nair, it's actually one of the best things you can do, because he has to read the nair. So if you had naired right there immediately, oh, look at that, and you do nair. Isn't that amazing? I called it. That's the best thing to do. And so you won that exchange, right? And then you try to charge a forward smash because you thought he was going to do the homing attack. And that's why charging forward smash is you're literally just trying to read him. And not only that, you actually could have hit him with the homing attack, but you just mistimed it because you weren't expecting it. Down dodge. You messed up that dash dance grab. You're trying to charge forward smash again, or bait him at least into a grab, because I know you try to grab immediately afterwards. Okay, see, there goes that dash dancing, that mindless dash dancing where you're kind of just like, oh, hey, I'm right here. You're going to try to come in and grab me, I'm going to dash away. But he's Sonic, he's so fast, you got to remember that. You got to switch it up immediately, especially on the last stock. People are just so reactive to anybody's position. You got to just change it up so quickly. Up B, you get grabbed, and then he downers you. Unfortunate. Good stuff, good sportsmanship. Anyways, I thought you played pretty well. There was like a lot of unfortunate mistakes that caused you to lose the set. But overall, I think if you practice, here, let me see. You practice your edge guarding, practice your recovery, changing up your recovery, practice your neutral, practice and your follow-up combos based off of the positioning that your up air or up smash connect with. Then for now, I think that's the best way for you to improve overall. All right, buddy? Appreciate you sending me the video. I hope it's not too choppy. Right now, I'm having my computer fixed, so I can't do the fast capture. And this computer doesn't allow for it. But as soon as I can, I'll let you know. And if it is too choppy, then I'll actually discount the next video by a couple of bucks. All right, buddy? Let me know what you think, and we can follow up on some more detailed information from this video. Peace.